Have we, we did do a course correction as, first week we didn't, but we have reached out. Have we?
See, we have to also see the realities on the ground. We don't have that kind of equation with Trump. Trump is a problem for us. He's a problem for us.
You're calling it out.
In fact, he wants mediation between India and Pakistan. He's proposed that in the past. And the manner in which he continues to talk about how he arranged a ceasefire, 60, 70 times he said that. And the latest was, I saved 35 to 50 million people from being killed, etc., etc. You can't talk to that man. Because if you offered some kind of a mediatory role, then you are laying yourself open to his asking India to also give him that kind of a role between India and Pakistan, especially because of his fascination with his favorite field marshal, whom he is actually privileging over the civilian prime minister of the country. Even in his tweets, even now when he said that I have agreed to this ceasefire at the request of the field marshal and the prime minister Sharif, he gives precedence. That is one. The other is that we have spoken, foreign minister has spoken several times to the Iranian foreign minister. Kanwal has just been to Saudi Arabia. We are in touch with the leadership, we are in touch with the Europeans on this also. So to the extent that behind the scenes we can make our views known, because it is costing everybody.
Right.
We are doing that. But we would have actually hoped that the Oman mediation would have been successful, because Oman was very well placed to do that. And it appears from the Omani foreign minister's own statements, interviews, an article in The Economist, that the Iranians actually made very major concessions beyond the JCPOA. But Trump rejected it. Now, he sent Vance, the second most important political personality in the United States, to go and talk in Islamabad with the Iranians.
Right.
And he couldn't achieve anything. Because Trump said, and he said that Vance told me, he said, no, I don't want 90% or 95%, I want 100% satisfaction. It's an ultimatum. He doesn't want negotiation, he wants the humiliation of Iran. And therefore, the Pakistani mediation is not going to go anywhere. The situation is now pretty frozen. And in this situation, all we can do is to, behind the scenes, keep talking about trying to end this war, creating a momentum in that favor without exposing ourselves too much, because there is a problem here. When Pawan was right about talking about the BRICS meeting. Our people officially have said that we have not been able to achieve a consensus because Iran and the UAE are member of BRICS. So how do you have a statement which will reconcile the views of both countries, especially as UAE is being very aggressive, unlike Saudi Arabia and others who are, and Qatar especially. Qatar is saying that we don't want any conflict with Iran, and we will want the United States to move its base out of Qatar. But UAE is actually pressing for more attacks on Iran because they see the future that they'll have to live under the hegemony of Iran, which they don't want. Now, in this situation, given that UAE is our pivot for our Gulf policy, how do we reconcile these two things? These are practical diplomatic
Just
problems.
2 questions
Though
before.
I agree, generally speaking, with what has been said, that we could have theoretically played a more important role, but I think there are limitations.
In terms of optics, yeah, but you have...
Just
both of you want to...
two quick comments. First of all, being more active on the international stage is not tantamount to seeking to mediate. So I don't think the Pakistan-India mediation issue is a thing. And the second question I ask both you and Sanjay, do you think somewhere our foreign policy establishment overestimated the friendship with an individual who happens to be the chief executive of the United States?
Well, I'm not worried about our overestimating or underestimating our relation with Trump and the US. I'm seriously concerned about the way in which we have handled Netanyahu. And I think that for India was a big mistake. It is a purely ideological approach taken by the current regime towards Israel. It does not serve the Indian national interest in that part of the world for us to be so closely identified with Israel.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.